Yeah, Giles, welcome.
Thank you very
My
much.
name's Harry Nichols. I'm in charge of human resource and one of the managers at Henry's Restaurant in Hobart. That's obviously why you're here. Now we see you've applied for a food and beverage team leader.
That's correct, yeah.
Supervisor position.
Yeah.
Excellent. I'm just going to ask you a few questions just to start off. We'll get the process rolling. I don't want to keep you here too long today. Basically, here at Henry's Restaurant, we want to get a good idea of what people are like right down to the bone, so they
Sure.
can to get an idea of how well they're going to react with customers, with other work colleagues, etc., etc. So basically, let's get started. Let's get into it. What's your main motivation in applying for this position? Like, what are your interests and your values?
I'd have to say working under Oliver Mellors
Yeah.
would be my main one. Some of the food he creates is outstanding. He's different. He's unique, and it's something that I aspire to. So
Yeah.
that'll be my main point. Yeah.
Excellent, wonderful. Can you describe for me your understanding of the position, whether it's a realistic job expectation, whether or not it's something that you understand completely, and just give me an idea of what you do?
My understanding is that it's a manager supervisor role.
Yeah.
It's something that is, I feel that it's a step up for me that I'm ready to take. Previously, in the past, I've worked from the bottom, and I'm sort of want to work my way up through the ranks, and I feel I'm ready for that job role.
Yep. Yeah. Excellent. Wonderful. Can you give us a brief rundown of your past employment?
Previously, I worked at Rest Point
Yep.
under Scott Powell, and also at the Apple Tree under Fiona Russell.
Yep.
I worked from the bottom there at the Apple Tree, and,
Yep.
and I worked my way up, worked casually, part time, and then I sort of worked my way up into a supervisor role. And it's from there that I've made the decision that I'm ready to go up into
Yep.
management and supervisor role full time, and it's something I'm really looking forward to, hopefully.
So was the Apple Tree one from back home, back in the UK?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
And then Rest Point was your first.
Was the first one over.
Yeah. Any other sort of employment since there?
I've worked in motor mechanics before that,
Yep.
and I fancied the change, and I like my food. So it's something that I take to kindly, and yeah.
Wonderful, excellent. Yeah. What do you hope to be doing in 12 to 18 months? Future goals, commitment to the hospitality industry. You say you worked in motor mechanics. Is that something
Sure.
you'd like to go back to?
I wouldn't say it's something I'm going to go back to. No,
Yeah.
I'm going to in it for the long haul in the food and beverage industry. It's next 12 to 18 months. I've got a mortgage, family, so it's something I'm committed to. Obviously, everybody likes a holiday here and there. I'm sure entitled to, but no, going forward, it's going to be committed to the game and stay where I am.
Wonderful.
Forward.
So you mentioned holiday. You don't have any holidays?
I don't have any.
pre-booked?
No, not booked now.
Yeah,
no.
Excellent. Wonderful. And do you have your responsible service of alcohol certificate?
I do indeed. Yes.
Excellent, wonderful. And we've basically touched on holidays, but Christmas and New Year's Eve expectation. What are yours on that sort of?
I'm flexible.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody likes to work every single Christmas and every
Yeah.
single New year on year, but I'm flexible.
Yeah.
If there's a rota or something, I'm happy to work over Christmas and New Year, which you have to expect to in this industry anyway. But every now and again, it's still nice to have a couple of days off over that period of time.
Yeah, certainly. Excellent. Wonderful. We've basically just got some what do we like to call it? We like to put examples of where you've been put in a sticky situation or something similar like that. So the first one is deciding and initiating action. So as a food and beverage attendant, you won't always have your supervisor at hand, obviously knowing that you've worked in restaurants before. So they won't be able to be there to help you deal with situations. Can you describe a time for me where you've had to take the initiative and solve a problem? First of all, what was the problem? How successful were you? And what would you do differently next time? Doesn't have to be in hospitality. It can be absolutely anything.
Probably back in the motor mechanics game, it was a simple puncture repair on a tyre for a customer. A very straightforward job to do, and it didn't go according to plan. It was a mistake on the employee's half of the time. It didn't work out. Customer wasn't happy about it, quite rightly so. And the decision I had to make was really to replace that tyre free of charge for that customer for the inconvenience caused. That's the decision I made. And what would I do differently? I would probably put someone a little bit more experienced in the role of doing that job at the time, which would probably prevent that problem from happening.
Wonderful. Excellent. So this the next one is just working with people. Locked off my question here. Can you tell me about a team environment that you didn't feel was very positive, and what role you played in making it more effective? So what was the situation? What was your involvement, and how did you approach the situations? What were your actions? What actions did you take, and what was the end result?
Probably years ago, I used to do some football coaching for the under-11s football team.
Yep.
When you're dealing with kids that age, not everybody likes everybody.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a negative environment with the training. It rubbed off on me and the children there. So basically, the way I dealt with it was to take them out on an evening bowling, to get them interacting with each other, and to show them that everybody can be friends, and be in a positive attitude coming into the training sessions. And I did that a couple of times, and everybody was best of friends, and came to training, and everybody's positive, and it helped everybody out.
Did you win?
We did win, yes.
Did you win the bowling though?
No.
You didn't win the bowling. Must be bowling the right hand, didn't you? Excellent. And the number 3 one is just customer service. So in a customer service role, like food and beverage, obviously, it's pretty paramount, as you would understand and know. Can you tell me about a time when your actions have improved customers' experience? So what did you do that was above and beyond what was necessary, and how did you determine that the customers were satisfied?
Probably again back in the is this in the food and beverage or any aspect of it?
We'll go any aspect.
Any
and
aspect.
Then if you got a food and beverage one, ideally
sure.
that'd be
Well, if we go in food and beverage, it was a customer that wanted a risotto with a certain ingredient, and it was very hard to come by, and he managed to send somebody out to get it and bring it back, and that made them happy because it was something that wasn't on the menu. If we're going outside of the food and beverage industry, it would be back in the motor mechanics game with servicing a car, new customer, somebody you want to impress to keep their business. They're coming from somebody else, a competitor, and we service their car. And normally we wouldn't clean the car or anything like that, so I valeted the car fully for them. Again, didn't expect it. It's not something we usually do, but again, came and collected the car, and they were very chuffed with the service that they received because of that.
Excellent. So it was the. Can I just ask you the motor mechanics? What was that called?
With the company.
Yeah, the company.
Young Service and Repair.
Young Service and Repair. I'll just write that down. Excellent. And the risotto one, that's a pretty wild one. Whereabouts was that? Was that the apple tree? Or
that was at the apple tree.
At the apple tree.
Yeah.
Were you responsible for going out, or did you
no, I delegated someone to go out. Yeah, unfortunately didn't have the time to get myself.
Wonderful, excellent. Cool. Just some simple ones, really. How do you rate your beverage knowledge in the areas of wine, beer, and spirits and cocktails?
Reasonably good.
Yeah.
I like my beers and spirits. Wines, I'm reasonably good on. I wouldn't say I'm 100%. I could still get a little bit of knowledge on wine, which I'm willing to do the research needed to progress. And
cocktails,
cocktails 50-50. I can make some, but I wouldn't say I'm an expert at it.
Yeah.
But again, it's a learning curve.
They are pretty difficult. We've got here at Henry's Restaurant, we've actually got a designated bar area.
Yeah.
So that allows us to get proper bar staff in who basically only focuses cocktails because it is a cocktail bar.
Sure.
So they.
Do you do on-the-job training as well there?
Yeah. So it's all covered. But ideally we want people for that job because that's a different role itself. So they come in applying knowing that they're only going to be working the bar 3-4 days a night, nights a week. And they make some fantastic cocktails.
Sure,
Some take up to 20 minutes to make.
So. It's quite a while.
How would you rate your knowledge of Tasmanian food and ingredients? Obviously, you're not from here originally, from the UK.
That's right. I mean, I wouldn't say it's outstanding.
Yeah.
But again, it's a learning curve. It's when you have to learn something, you knuckle down and learn it. So again, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and say it's outstanding. It's not. But again, it's
obviously developed since you've been here.
That's right. Yeah. No, it has developed. But it's only going to progress as well. So.
Excellent. And if a customer was to order a blue eye Trivella, what wine would you recommend for it?
Probably go for white Sauvignon Blanc.
Yep, a white. Yep. Excellent. And if a customer asked you to recommend a a red wine that was from Tasmania,
Mhm.
what would you recommend it and why?
I couldn't answer that question.
Couldn't answer that, that's
I'd
fine.
probably have to go to one of the other employees who's
Yep.
a bit more experienced than me on the red wines and
Yep.
ask them for some advice and
Yep.
get back to the customer.
That's cool. Excellent. Can I just check that your references are up to date in your
Sure.
resume and that it's free for us to contact these people?
Yeah,
so
indeed,
it's
yeah.
Fiona Russell, at the Apple
that's correct,
Tree, Probably best to do that via email.
I would imagine so.
Yeah.
Email will be easier than
Yeah.
phone, I imagine.
And Scott Powell at West Point.
That's correct. Yes.
Excellent. We can just do that. Excellent. And if we were to contact a referee, what sort of things would they say about you? What strengths would they define?
I'm positive, hardworking.
Yeah.
And when I set my mind to something, then I won't stop until I've got it.
Yeah.
Everybody gets knocked down, but it's a case of how you get back up again. So I'm a positive person.
Yep.
Strong-willed.
Excellent. And what would you say about your areas of development?
Areas of development, I would say, in certain aspects of the wine region, I need a little bit, especially on the red side of things, a little bit more knowledge on that, and there's also the cocktails as well, because it is a very select and niche market. I've never experienced it as such, only from a few bars I've worked in previously.
Yeah.
So it's definitely sort of the drink side of that.
The drinks, certainly. And if you were successful in getting this job, when can you commence work, and what is your availability like? We've already touched on New Year's Eve and Christmas, but
sure.
So
I would have to serve a month's notice.
Yep.
So anywhere after a month will be perfectly fine.
Excellent. And just a little sort of one that we've got that we ask everyone: if you could be an animal, what would you be and why?
I'd be a lion.
A lion.
Uh-huh.
Yep. Why would you want to be a lion?
Just because they're strong.
Yeah.
And when they want something, they get it.
Excellent. Now, do you have any questions about Henry's restaurant itself and what any information that we can give you to help you better understand what you'll be?
Yeah, I mean, what's the sort of the history of it? How long has it been going for? Is it, and also your turnover of staff, is that a high turnover of staff, or do generally people that are employed with you stay for you for long periods of time?
Yeah. So to give you an idea of the hotel itself, so Henry Jones was going back a long time, was a jam maker.
Mm-hmm.
So he used to have the whole building as a jam factory, and he basically melted down the jam itself. As weird as it sounds, it's gone hotel, jam factory to hotel So to give you a funny story, they turned on the aircon for the first time ever, and all this red stuff started seeping through, and they didn't know what it was, and they found out it was jam that had been trapped inside the floor. That when it cooled, it expanded, and all the jam came out. So it was once a jam factory, and now it's turned into a hotel. And then Henry's restaurant itself has obviously come from that. It's been the main restaurant in the business. And since then, we've gone from casual dining into fine dining, with obviously as our history of our hotel and our reputation has progressed as well.
So it's evolved pretty well then.
Yeah. And on turnover of staff, so being in the food and beverage industry, we tend to go probably 3 to 4 months. We'll start rotating staff over, just because people like a bit of a change and they've got different commitments. We've got a lot of university students that come in and work, especially over the summer period, and things like that. So there is a bit of a turnover, but our supervisors and our leaders put a pretty core group, so they've been stuck together for the last 12 to 18 months as well. And obviously, just to give you an idea, you'd be required to be working an average of 38 hours per week, which obviously you'd understand, having worked in a supervisor role before. And the starting salary is at $57,000 per annum. So obviously that can increase in time with promotions, etc., etc. And then you obviously got your tips and stuff on top of that. And finally, if you don't mind, when we just leave, I'm just going to walk you to the car and have a look. Is that all good with you? You do drive?
Yeah, I drive.
Excellent.
Yeah, I've cleaned my car today as well.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Thank you, Giles.
No problem. Thank you very much for your time.
We'll be in touch.
Sure.
Via phone call or text message or email.
Fantastic.
Whatever.
Lovely. Thank you very much.